Good morning, student. Our today's topic is Gauss's theorem. Now, the Gauss theorem is actually a theorem which explains us about the electric field possessed by a closed surface. For this Gauss theorem, we are learn about electric field, electric flux, and how the electric flux is linked with the electric field. Basically, the Gauss theorem is not directly related to the electric field. Gauss's tells us the electric flux is calculated by the charge enclosed by the surface when it is divided by the permeability of the free space. And he also tells about the condition of the shapes. According to this theorem, the charge distribution is not depends on the kind of surface or types of surface. It is equally distributed for every surface, and it does not depends on the surface, whatever it is, a cylindrical closed surface, whatever it is, a spherical closed surface or cubical closed surface. It is applicable on each kind of surface, and we can able to calculate the electric field due to any charge distribution by using this Gauss theorem. Suppose, according to Gauss, we have any kind of surface. Let me take a cylindrical surface, and he explained the charge is always in the surface. Suppose we have a charge in this surface which is a positive charge. You all know the charge is able to produce electric field lines from it. Okay, so it is very clear the electric field produced by this charge is linked with this surface like this in the form of electric field. Okay, student. And now here is very clear at where these electric field lines meet the surface of this closed cylindrical surface, every point it gives the value of electric field at where it intersects. At each point it gives the value of electric field. So indirectly Gauss explain how much electric field linked with the surface, and he gives a relation. The electric flux linked with the surface is given by electric flux is equal to charge enclosed by the surface is divided by epsilon naught, where epsilon naught is permittivity of free space. Okay, now we write the statement of Gauss's theorem. Gauss's theorem. It states that electric flux linked with a surface with a closed surface is 1 upon epsilon naught times of total charge enclosed by the surface. Okay, this is the statement of Gauss's theorem or Gauss's law of electricity. Student, this Gauss law is very most important rule, and this is the one equation which is you learn in the electromagnetic. There are four equations which is formed by Maxwell, and these four equations explain all the phenomena based on the electromagnetic field. Okay, in which this is the first equation or one equation of these that four equation which is explained by the Maxwell in electromagnetism. So this theorem is given by closed integral of E ds is equal to Q upon epsilon naught, and you all know this closed integral of electric flux is denoted by this phi. So this is the mathematical form of Gauss's theorem. Copy this. By using this Gauss theorem, we can able to calculate electric field of any kind of distribution. So first we learn about the distribution of charges, and then we go for this Gauss theorem. So student, type of charge distribution. Type of charge distribution. Okay, we have four kind of charge distribution. One is point charge, which we discussed earlier. Second is line charge, distribution. Next is surface, and for this surface we are using a word aerial. Charge distribution. and fourth is volume charge distribution. Okay, student. All kind of charge distribution is known as line charge distribution is known as charge density, charge density, and denoted by lambda. Okay, student. Areal charge density, this is known as areal charge density, and denoted by sigma, and this is volumetric charge density or volume charge density, or denoted by letter rho. Okay, student. Now we understood about the all kinds of charge density. First is line charge density. Or lambda. Okay, suppose we have a line charge or we have a line wire of length L. It is charged by a charge body which is charged by plus Q charge. Therefore, student, you all know by conduction these charges are traveling from point A to B or all the length like this. Then we call the wire is charged by a charge Q within the whole length. So we are define this line charge density as charge distributed per unit length. ओके, चार्ज पूरे लेंथ में डिवाइड हुआ है, सो इट इज डिफाइंड एज चार्ज डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड पर यूनिट लेंथ. It is denoted by lambda, and it's and given by lambda is equal to Q upon L. Okay, or we can write this charge is equal to Q into L. lambda into n. Okay, student. Now, if we want to calculate the electric field due to the whole line or due to the small length particle dl, therefore this electric field uh, small charge dq is given by integration of length lambda dl. Okay, therefore the electric field due to the whole length is integration of lambda dl upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. Okay, this is the value of the line charge density or line charge density, distribution of line charge density, value of electric field. Now we go for the next kind of charge density. First copy this, student. Okay, student. Next is surface charge density. Charge distributed per unit area. It is denoted by sigma and given by sigma is equal to q upon a. Then we are derive a relation for charge. Q is equal to sigma a. Now, a small charge for a small surface dq is equal to sigma dA. Therefore, a small electric field for the small surface dE is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught dq upon r square from the formula, and total electric field E is equal to this. Now, sigma and r square is constant for a given surface, so this is the electric flux, electric field due to this. And similarly, volume charge density, this is the sphere which is formed by only charge, so we are called the charge distributed per unit volume and denoted by the value charge is rho, and given by rho is equal to this, so this relation gives q is equal to rho into v. So a small charge distributed for a small volume surface is dv, dq is equal to rho del v. Now the small electric field is this, and when we put in the value we get the electric field for this surface is this. Okay, just copy this all. Okay, student. Now we come to the point or the topic Gauss's theorem. First, Gauss theorem is tells us two things. One, it explain us the charge is distributed over the surface in which the charge is placed. That is, गॉस ने माना कि जो हम चार्ज सरफेस को दे रहे हैं वो सरफेस के अंदर रखा हुआ है, बाहर नहीं, वो अंदर रखा हुआ है और वो पूरी सरफेस पर डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड होता है इक्वली. वट एवर इज द शेप ऑफ सरफेस, दैट इज it does not depend on the shape of surface or it hollow or solid. किसी भी टाइप की सरफेस होगी ये उसके सरफेस पे ही आके टोटली डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होता है. एंड दिस थ्योरम इज ओनली रिलेटेड टू those surfaces in which the charge is placed inside the surface. Okay. Second, with the help of this Gauss theorem we can able to calculate the value of electric field for any kind of surface distribution of charge. Okay. Now we are going to first establish the proof of this Gauss theorem, but before moving to prove this Gauss theorem, first we move to which things we have and which things we assume to apply this Gauss theorem to prove it or for calculating the electric field. Okay, student. Now for using this Gauss theorem on the different kind of charge distribution, we need to assume a kind of surface because we have only given the charge distribution within the surface and we are knowing the value of electric flux as per this Gauss theorem. Now first we know about the Gaussian surface which we have to assume to applying this Gauss theorem. Gaussian surface. Okay, student. This Gaussian surface is assumed by us. So it is a imaginary surface. So we can write first is a Gaussian surface is an imaginary surface is an imaginary surface which is symmetric at all point and gives the same magnitude magnitude and direction and direction. That is, just we understood about the symmetry surface. Symmetry surface का मीनिंग है, सपोज स्टूडेंट वी हैव दिस सरफेस, सो अगर यहां से कोई इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड आ रहा है और वो इसको लिंक करता है, इससे पास होता है या इससे टच होता है, सो जस्ट फाइंड, suppose the value of the electric field is 10 newton per coulomb, so it will at this point is 10 newton per coulomb, at this point is 10 newton per coulomb, and this point is 10 newton per coulomb, which means over the whole surface the value of electric field is equal to each point, that is the symmetry surface. This is the symmetry surface. Second, we understood about when this electric field is linked with this surface, you will observe the angle is 90 at this point, you will observe the angle is 90 at this point, and you are also able to observe the angle is 90 at this point also. That is, the electric field for the surface is every point is equal in magnitude and direction, which is at 90 degree, and magnitude is 10 Newton per coulomb. Okay, student, this is about the symmetry. Second, we need to specify the angle between the, just we write here also, for this surface we need to specify the angle between area vector and electric field. Link with it. Okay, that is, जब हम इस गॉसियन सरफेस की बात करेंगे तो हम एवरी पॉइंट पे एंगल भी स्पेसिफाई करेंगे बिटवीन इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड और एरिया वेक्टर, विच गिव्स अस द आइडिया टू calculation of electric field by using this relation EDS. And student, you all know the value of this closed integral E dot ds is EDS cos theta. Okay, so when you are specifying the value of angle at every point, so you can able to calculate this value, how much is it. For example, I am explaining by this method. Suppose this is for this surface, you will observe here, this is the red marker and gives the direction of electric field, and this is the black marker which gives the direction of area vector. So student, you observe these two are parallel to each other, and if they are parallel to each other but in opposite direction, electric field is moving from right to left and area vector is for the surface is right to left to right. Okay, therefore the angle between the two is 180 degree, but if the area vector is also in the same direction, so angle is 0 degree, and for the surface upward we get the area vector is upward direction, and this is in horizontal direction. You will find the angle for the particular point is 90 degree. Okay, so if you specify this angle theta as 0 degree or 90, you can able to find the value of this cos. Okay, so copy this first. And this Gaussian surface, student, can be assumed for any kind of charge distribution which you find in the just previous point, that is kind of charge distribution. Line charge, we can assume this Gaussian surface. Suppose we have a line charge distribution and charge is distributed like this, so we can assume a cylindrical surface for this line charge, and just I will explain you which kind of surface is called a Gaussian surface by this diagram. Okay, so you all know this is the symmetry axis of this cylinder, and this is radius, so this is also radius. This value is r, this value is r. Now the electric field lines moving from this charge at this point is E, having a distance r. At every point you will find the distance is r, and area vector for this is in this direction, and this is the value of electric field. Similarly when we go for this point, so ये चार्ज जो है इस डायरेक्शन में भी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ये आएगा और आपका एरिया वेक्टर अगेन सेम. सो यू विल फाइंड द एंगल फॉर दिस सरफेस which is called as curved surface is 0 degree. Now here electric field is in this direction but area vector is this. So flat surface के लिए area vector और electric field में कितना एंगल आया, तो we find कि it is 90 degree. Similarly for this is area vector and this is the electric field. Again we find the, you all know the cylinder has 3 surfaces, 1 curved surface and 2 flat surface. So for curved surface the angle is 0 degree and for flat surface the angle is 90 degree for this kind of charge distribution. Similarly we can assume a point charge. For a point charge you will find the electric field is radially outward, that is it is a spherical surface, and we assume a Gaussian surface around it. Okay, and you all know the periphery of the spherical surface is equally distant. Okay, next we can also assume other kind of surfaces about this. Now we are going to prove the Gauss theorem. Okay, first we learn about the application of step to apply the Gauss theorem. Okay, step 1. स्टेप 1 में हमें क्या करना है, Consider a Gaussian surface for given charge distribution. Okay, and specify the magnitude, specify the angle between the angle theta between electric field and ds or area vector. Second step is calculate the closed integral. Calculate the complete value of closed integral surface, that is closed integral vector EDS okay. Step third is calculate total charge enclosed within the surface. Okay, and third step is step 4, apply Gauss theorem. Gauss's theorem, that is closed integral of surface vector EDS is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. These are the 4 steps which you apply for any kind of surface and calculate the value of electric flux. Copy this. So student, in the next class we derive the formula for Gauss law or proof of Gauss law and application of this Gauss law.